Uh-oh, trouble's back in town.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fun-filled half hour of great country music on the Wilburn Brothers Show with Loretta Lynn and our special guests, Bobby Bear and Carol Northcutt. Now, here they are, two of your favorite Grand Ole Opry stars, the Wilburn Brothers.
She's all hung up on you. She'll do what you want her to. One look at you and she walked out on me. But I know all about your plan. You're gonna hurt her all you can. So, buddy, hurt her once for me. Like she lied to me. Build her up, then laugh at her like she laughed at me. She put me down real low. I tried not to let it show, but she made sure that everyone could see. So I'm putting my money on you. I know you're gonna make her blue. So, buddy, hurt her once for me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and welcome to another 30 minutes of fun. At least I think we're going to have some fun. We certainly want you to wait around and find out whether we have fun or not. And we'll continue on with all the activities by introducing Loretta Lynn to you. Make her welcome, will you please?
And she said, Mom, I got a note here from the Harper Valley PTA. Well, the note said, Mrs. Johnson, you're wearing your dress is way too high. It's been reported you've been drinking and running around with men and going wild. And we don't believe you ought to be bringing up your little girl this way. And it was signed by the Secretary, Harper Valley PTA. Well, it happened that the PTA was gonna meet that very afternoon. And they were sure surprised when Mrs. Johnson wore her mini skirt into the room. When she walked up to the blackboard, I can still recall the words she had to say. She said, I'd like to address this meeting on the Harper Valley PTA. Well, there's Bobby Bear sitting there, and 7 times he's asked me for a date. And Mrs. Taylor sure seems to utilize the ice whenever he's away. And Mrs.
That was fine, Loretta.
No, it wasn't too fine, but that's the best I could do today.
Well, that song's got a lot of words in it.
Yeah, and if you don't know them, you're in bad shape.
You're right. The boy that wrote that song also wrote another song for Bobby Bear called Margie's at the Lincoln Park Inn. And we'll meet Bobby Bear, our special guest, right after this message.
My name's in the paper where I took the Boy Scouts to hike. My hands are all dirty from working on my little boy's bike. The preacher came by and I talked for a minute with him. My wife's in the kitchen and Margie's at the Lincoln Park Inn. And I know why she's there. I've been there before. But I made a promise that I wouldn't cheat anymore. I tried to ignore it, but I know she's in there, my friend. My mind's on a number. Margie's at the Lincoln Park Inn. Next Sunday it's my turn to speak to the young people's class. And they expect answers to all of the questions they ask. What would they say if I spoke on a modern day sin? And all of the Margies at all of the Lincoln Park Inns. The bike is all fixed and my little boy is in bed asleep. His little old puppy is curled in a ball at my feet. My wife's baking cookies to feed to the bridge club again. I'm almost out of cigarettes, and Margie's at the Lincoln Park Inn. And I know why she's there.
That's a fine job.
Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. I've got a notion we'll go to the ocean alone. 'Cause I've got a baby in Tennessee who's long been waiting for her little old me. So roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. New Orleans on to old St. Louis, stopped in Memphis, Minneapolis too. Back in Nashville I'll be through. So roll, muddy river, roll on. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. I've got a notion you'll go to the ocean alone. 'Cause I've got a baby in Tennessee who's long been waiting for her little old me. So roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on. I love you, but just call it fate. You and
but she won't wait. So roll, muddy river, roll on. Roll, muddy river, roll on, muddy river, roll on.
Thank you. Loretta Lynn not only has been voted the #1 girl singer in country music for 5 years in a row, and that's quite a record, Loretta. But there's something that a lot of folks don't know, and that is that Loretta writes a lot of her own songs that everybody loves so much, and she's going to do one for you right now called The Only Time I Hurt Is When My Heart Beats.
Now I know that I'll forget you, 'cause I forgot you a while ago. And when I thought of you just now, only one tear dripped down slow. My mind is tired and twisted so it hardly ever sleeps. But the only time I hurt is when my heart beats. Since I'm finally getting over you, I think I'll celebrate. Think I'll break out all your pictures, and I might throw one away. And I won't feel this awful pain in about 10 million weeks. 'Cause the only time I hurt is when my heart beats. The only time I hurt is when my heart beats. I live in constant misery, 'cause the hurting just repeats. And I won't feel this awful pain in about 10 million weeks. But the only time I hurt is when my heart beats.
Thank you, Loretta. Gee, we have all kinds of talent here today that we can't even put on the show. And I just think it's a shame for a pretty girl like Norma Jean to come by here to say hi to us without being able to sing.
Thank you, Bill.
But
hello.
at least you can say hello to him, Norma.
Well, actually, I came by not to sing, though, but to bring a real beautiful young lady, a good friend of mine from Oklahoma City. She and I do a show in Oklahoma City together, the Jude and Jody show, and she's been on the Grand Ole Opry several times now, and I brought her by to sing on your show, not to sing, but to play on your show today.
Did I understand you right? Did you tell me that this young lady was Miss Oklahoma?
That's right. She's, as you'll see in a minute, she's a real pretty lady, and she's
Sure
won
is.
many beauty contests. And
If Teddy was as pretty as she is, I'd make a fortune.
She's recently been voted Mrs. Oklahoma City is her latest title, and I'm real proud of her. She's a very dear friend of mine also.
Wonderful. What's her name? Let's put her to work right now.
Here's Miss Carol Northcutt.
Make her welcome, folks, will you?
Mighty fine, Carol. Carol Northcutt, and I'll tell you, she is a talent. I'd like to see her work on a stage show sometime. I bet she tears the audience up. She's visited on our Grand Ole Opry and does a great job. We'd like to do for our hymn today, Won't It Be Wonderful There? When with the Savior we enter the glory land, won't it be wonderful there? Ended the troubles and cares of the storyland, won't it be wonderful there? Won't it be wonderful there? Having no burdens to bear, joyously singing with heart bells all ringing, oh, won't it be wonderful there? There where the tempest will never be sweeping us, won't it be wonderful there? Sure that forever the Lord will be keeping us, won't it be wonderful there? Won't it be wonderful there? Having no burdens to bear over there, joyously singing with heart bells all ringing, oh, won't it be wonderful there? I know a man who has money untold, but he has no children and he's growing old. Though I'm his brother, money I've none, but we have 2 daughters and we have 2 sons. He offered us money for as long as we live, if in return 1 child we would give. And at this offer my wife starts to weep, and I said, come, we'll choose one while they're asleep. We stepped softly to where our baby sleep, and the moon reflected a tear on her cheek. I looked at my wife through eyes that were blurred, and I said, no, darling, it cannot be her. Then we stepped softly to a small trundle bed, to a face full of freckles and his teddy bear, Fred. I reached down and brushed back his unruly hair. Oh, I dare not take him from his mother's prayer. Then we moved quickly to a small room above and stood there beside Mary, our child of love. My eyes started burning and I tried not to cry. Neither one of us spoke as we passed her by. Then on to Jimmy, our oldest lad, so much like his father, so true and so glad. His mother said no, for the whole world it's no. I cannot and I will not let one of them go. Then we wrote a letter in a kind, friendly way. Though your offer be generous, we can't give one away. When we sit at the table and when I say grace, I thank God we're not missing one little face.
Oh, that is fine. Of course, we've all been Bobby Bear fans for a long, long time, and he's recorded a lot of great songs. Bobby, I believe that's one of the finest I've ever heard.
Thank you, Doyle. I think you're just sentimental.
I think it's a good... Who wrote it?
That was written by Hank Cochran and Glenn Martin.
Well, I'll have to say that they certainly did strap that old pen to that piece of paper.
That brings tears to my eyes.
That's a wonderful song. We want you to come back and see us again.
Thank you very much, Doyle. I always look forward to coming back and visiting with you and Teddy and Loretta.
Look what Teddy's got back here.
Looks what's following us. Hey, how about that?
Norma Jean, thank you for bringing Carol down. And Carol, we want you to return and visit with us again, too.
Much.
Bobby, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see all of you next week, same time. Be with us then, won't you?
You're invited to join us next week, same time, same station, for another Wilburn Brothers show.
Miss Lynn?